There's a lot to unpack this year. I thought this season was about proving myself on the World Tour.
This is Natalie Allport coming out of Ottawa, Canada. Former slopestyle rider Natalie Allport now looking to make a stamp on the Freeride World Tour.
Instead, it ended up changing how I define success entirely. Heading into this season, I obsessed over every detail. Training, recovery,
6 days until I leave to Europe. Just got a cortisone shot in my shoulder.
preparation,
Looking ahead and planning to be able to be present and have capacity at that time to do that.
anything that could possibly throw me off, I had it covered. Or so I thought.
Why did that happen?
Freeride is the sport of uncertainty. No practice runs. You just get to look through the binoculars. Based on that, we get to decide what run we want to take. And I thought if I controlled as much as I could, if I prepared perfectly, then I'd be ready for whatever chaos the season threw at me. But then, before the first event, I ended up in the hospital because of a nut allergy.
Yeah, not how I thought the competition week would start. I have slept a total of 4 hours. The number one side effect of the shot I got at the hospital is insomnia. I've been feeling pretty off. Yeah, I think that makes sense why. So get my brain feeling good, doing all the things, as I know my body knows what to do when I'm out there.
Points it off the nose of that one.
And lining up a big air, takes it to her feet, taking that upper feature twice as big as some of the other riders.
Full Tommy as a snow punch through, but yeah, it happens. I think I'm like really stoked I went for it because I was up top and I was seeing like everyone was falling, and that's when it can be easy to make a decision just to do something safe to try to get on the podium or whatever else. And yeah, it's not what I'm here for. I want to kind of like make a statement and do my thing and send big things. And so yeah, I'm really stoked. That air didn't feel too big. It was just punchy landing, so next time. Somehow, it happened again the night before the second event. Woke up covered in hospital stickers. I'm so drowsy. Get some more coffee in me and we get outside. We're gonna be feeling good. I was heavily medicated, sleep deprived, and still convinced that competing was the only option.
What I can only describe as an almost spectacular run at the first stop in Spain. It was all going well, and then punched through a bit of crust at the bottom and did a front flip.
Not my best day.
She got a little bobbled on the first air and then wasn't fully able to recover.
I was so lost at the top. I didn't want to come where I went. Yeah, everything lasted. Why did that happen?
Looking back, that was probably the wrong call, and it taught me something that I'm still unpacking. Thankfully, I didn't get hurt, I recovered, and a week later, I was in Andorra representing Canada at the inaugural FIS Freeride World Championships. Feels like such an honor to be here. Really cool moment in the sport. Excited to represent Canada. Hopefully show my best riding today. So cool.
Representing up here in the Pyrenees on top of this epic peak, pushing off this extremely imposing start to her run.
Stranger to competition now here in the steep of the freeride.
Yeah, Natalie's physically strong, mentally strong, capable, and prepared. When Natalie is on, she is such a force in snowboarding. Another big band to rock, clean off that as well.
Finally landed a run that placed me 4th in the world.
I'm just happy to land one. It wasn't as big as I wanted.
Not exactly the run or the result that I wanted, but 13-year-old me would have been so proud. Throughout the season, balancing that disappointment with gratitude became a recurring theme. Because despite everything, I would keep having moments where I just have to stop and think, how is this real life? A kid from Ottawa who learned to snowboard riding backyard rails, now competing on the world's most extreme mountains. And even though so much of the season wasn't going to plan, I was still genuinely having so much fun.
Perfect reset before heading back to the Freeride World Tour.
But my mindset had only just begun to be tested.
Wait, the whole comp. What? So I had 2 crashes. Now with a comp cancellation, my shot at making the finals this year are. But we get to get out here and ride this beautiful face in sunny weather with some amazing friends and people, so could be worse.
Austria got canceled too.
We did everything we could to make it happen, but we just have to accept what the environment is proposing to us.
Just like that, after everything it took to get here,
takes another nice big air.
my World Tour season was over.
Definitely not how I thought my season would go. Felt like I never truly got the chance to show my riding. And having to head back to Challengers was tough, but I still believed that I could earn my spot back. And I thought I had, but the judges disagreed. Judge sports are pretty tough. Fortunately, it's part of the game, but it's been a really rough and emotional season. It felt like everything outside of my control that could go wrong had. But somewhere along the way, I realized that I didn't want judges, rankings, or external opinions to completely define my experience with the sport anymore. And most importantly, I was healthy. I was safe. I was surrounded by incredible people and incredible places. Despite all the disappointment, I was having the time of my life. What was one of the hardest seasons I've had emotionally also was the most meaningful.
Hard to be upset when you're upkeeping.
And that's what surprised me most. I think a part of me still attached fulfillment with results. But this season taught me that joy, gratitude, disappointment, and uncertainty can all exist at the same time. And honestly, learning that changed me more than any result ever could. Because even though the season didn't go the way I'd imagined, I still walked away with so much perspective, connection, and love for the sport and journey. And I think that's its own kind of winning, or at least my new definition of it. So yeah, not the ending I expected, but maybe the start of something even better. Stay tuned.